Hey, bookish friends. It has been quite the week around here. I just got better, and then I needed to get everything ready to go visit my husband's family for several days because we didn't get to do Christmas until St. Patrick's Day. So, sorry this video is coming out late, but at least now I have my books from that family's Christmas. I'm actually going to go opposite of when I got these books because the new ones are on top. And yeah, I did do some thrifting while we were there. I found Anne Rinaldi's Girl in Blue. This was one of my favorite books as a teenager, and it's 50 cents. I'm like, maybe I'll pick it up and do my favorite books as a teenager. Are they still good or not? The year is 1861 when spirited teenager Sarah Louisa learns that she is to be married off to her despicable neighbor. She runs away from home. Disguising herself as a boy, Sarah boldly joins the army and before long is a soldier in the Civil War. I liked Anne Rinaldi's books, except that several of them were like open-ended for the ending. Chapter 1. May 3rd, 1861, Casey's Mill, Michigan. The girl, Sarah Louisa, sat by the open window in the back bedroom that belonged to her brother. Not the best first sentence. I also found the Tightwad Gazette 2, which I didn't even check to see. I think we have volumes 1 and 3, so I picked up volume 2. If we already have this one, I can give it away to someone. This is just, advice on how to save money and be frugal. And yeah, not much to say about it. And I'm not going to read the first sentence because it's all just like little snippets. And I found this very pretty children's book called Pax. I will be honest, the illustrations got me. I thought it could be a good book for our children's bookshelves, and I might end up reading it in one of my first grade science classes this year. But I thought it was pretty. Well, it's pretty and has information about animals in packs and why it's better to be in a pack than by yourself. Next, I'll do the 3 books I got for Christmas from my in-laws. I got C.S. Lewis's The Great Divorce. A couple of people from my book club recommended this one when I talked about The Garden at the Edge of Beyond. The timeless novel about a bus ride from hell to heaven. Deckled edges. It's the preface. I seemed to be standing in a busy queue by the side of a long, mean street. Okay. And one of my friends from church recommended Simplified Organization, Learn to Love What Must Be Done. If I remember correctly, she said this one is mostly about having a mindset versus actual organization tips. Let's be real, homemaking is harder than we thought it'd be. Others make it look easy, but we end the day exhausted with so much left to do. We feel unprepared. This book will shift your perspective on homemaking and guide you through 6 steps to completely and cheerfully manage your home. It's the introduction. Part 1. Chapter 1. I remember sitting on the couch in the living room one afternoon. And I forgot I had asked for a copy of my Dear Hemlock, so I have 2, but I have like a book exchange brunch that I'm going to with some ladies from church and our sister church, so I can just use the other copy I have for that. Salutations. My dear Hemlock, I always enjoy taking on a new mentee. I try to say no, but headquarters just keeps begging. Right, this is like Lewis's The Screwtape Letters, but written for women and the pitfalls we can be prone to. Oh, we had a white elephant at the family Christmas, and my husband's uncle got this Dinosaurs, Mammoths, and More Prehistoric Amigurumi book, and he let me bring it home because I do actually crochet, and my kids wanted me to make a couple of the things in this book, and my niece wants me to make one too, so I'm going to at least borrow that one. I found a good deal on Suspended in the Stars, which is the first book in the Xeris Galaxy saga, which I think is either 3 or 4 books. I thought I was getting a different dust jacket, but got this one. That's okay. I got a really good deal on it. It was $11, and it's normally like almost $30. And this is, I believe, the August book for Chantel Reads All Day's Indie Book Club. When Tali Zarna is forced to hide rogue soldier Runner Kartha, her life isn't the only thing threatened. Living as the famed soaring staress on the circus spaceship Midway masks her true identity, but Runner's very presence threatens to draw unwanted attention. As a former royal guard, Runner holds secrets of his own. Like evidence of a political assassination, he is on a mission to deliver the Xeris Galaxy's governing council. Runner's flirtatious confidence is at odds with the seriousness of his mission, but when his former guard captain, Jas Ulitai, discovers him hiding among the circus performers, Tali risks everything she's come to cherish, going so far as to leave the safety of the Phenomena Circus to do what is right. Chapter 1, Tali. I'm falling through the air. So, I have high hopes that I will like it, I think. I know there was a Kickstarter for this, so I don't know if it's indie published or not. Then 2 of my favorite authors had books come out in the same, week and a half. And so I got Crisscross by Shatona Havig. This is the next book in her Book Strings series. She had put the paperback up at a cheap price because that's the only way she could order them for her book signing. 2 believers and 1 skeptic walk into a Christian bookstore. Words ensue, including cross ones. Crosswords has thrived for over 50 years, and Shiloh Scott runs it with equal parts scripture, encouragement, and wholehearted hugs. So when she moves the store to a new location, she expects shelving chaos. She does not expect to learn her nephew is done with Jesus. Judah Hensley isn't rebelling. He isn't doubting. He's never really believed. The last thing he needs is a spring break spent hauling Bibles or a summer of cheerful, blessed days. Unfortunately for him, Panda Marie, Sunshine, with a beta fish named Sushi, has questions and opinions, and a stubborn refusal to let him hide behind sarcasm. Their banter crackles, their arguments dig deeper, and somewhere between cinnamon roll diplomacy and alphabetizing devotionals, Judah's certainty begins to wobble. A new chapter of Shiloh Scott's life would begin as soon as she decided which page to turn. Okay. And Kate Stradling's new book, Yes, Your Serpentine Excellency. All I needed to know that it was Kate Stradling and that it had a dragon, that helped. She followed a thief to a gaming house. A dragon followed her home. Joanna Marlowe has a weakness for charming men, but sadly her current love interest has sticky fingers along with his handsome face. When he filches a family heirloom for his entry fee to a gambler's den, she resolves to reclaim it, ideally without having to confront the scoundrel. Instead, she unleashes chaos. Her brand of magic, the ability to skip through space like a stone across a pond, lands her in a dragon's conservatory, where the beast takes potent interest in her. Joanna doesn't expect the smooth-talking serpent to track her to her neighborhood. She certainly doesn't anticipate him setting up a fortune-telling hustle in her backyard. Above all, she would never invite calamity to her own doorstep. Fortune-telling dragon. Okay. Deep down, Joanna always knew Matthew Wortham was a scoundrel. Or is that Wortham? It's gonna be good. And the last one I have is another one. This one actually from the author, The Tidal Wave. I had made a crochet thing for her, and she sent me 2 books. I think she had to order one from however she gets books wholesale, and then this one actually came from her edifice, along with some cool stickers for my reading journal. All he wants is to help people, but local women want to help themselves to him. When Henri Tapula returned to the Swamali to open his holistic mental health clinic, he had no idea what he was getting into. After 10 years in Australia, getting his degree and practical experience under his mentor, the locals had all but forgotten the quiet boy who had always made them feel like he could see right through them. Not anymore. The ladies of Lafonia are eager to meet the island's therapist and spend hours staring deeply into his eyes on their weekly dates sessions. Desperate for relief, he hightails it down to the tidal wave and begs Ezra to order him a couple dozen copies of his own book. Yes, author copies would be cheaper, but he needs these things fast. Maybe if he hands out his book like an old-time quack hands it out pills, the ladies will get the hint and leave him alone. The tidal wave is a bookstore. Is it a boat? January. If that woman sighs one more time, I'll quit here and now. Oh, does it have the... Nope. I say it. Anyway, I've actually read this one and quite enjoyed it, so I'm glad to have a copy for my shelf. My teeny tiny little contemporary that you can't see. But yes, these are all the books I bought or received between the end of February and the middle of March. Let me know which one of these you want me to read. I've actually already read technically 3 of them. One's a children's book. So, yes, there's Serpentine Excellency, Crosswords, Simplified Organization, The Great Divorce. Those are... I already plan on reading this one in August. So, yeah. Not a bad haul. And, yeah, let me know if you have read a good book or received a good book or what you plan on reading in April. And until next time, happy reading!